My name is Larry Fields, and I am the Executive and Artistic Director at Fantasy Theater Factory at the Sandrell Rivers Theater. Fantasy Theater Factory, we have a long history. We've been around for about 40 years. And we started really with a focus on theater for young audiences. So that's the theater for children in like elementary school. Amazing. People who are theater patrons, patrons of the arts, they don't just materialize into adulthood. It's something that people grow up doing from the time that they're children. Theater for kids is in many ways the concepts are the same. It's got to be engaging. We have to keep their attention, and children, of course, don't have a lot of the pretenses that adults might have. An adult might sit through a really dud show and just kind of be polite and go, okay, but if you've lost the kids, you know it. We have roots in commedia dell'arte and in sort of a broad slapstick style, so with a lot of elements of clown and things like that, and so it's really engaging, and everything that we do has an educational component to it. So we have a couple of our big pillars of our mission are environmental education and literacy. Coming into the Sandrell Rivers Theater as the managing operator, we have expanded that mission. Our mission is still primarily focused on theater for young audiences, but we've now added programming for the general community. So that includes things like our concert series and even a comedy series and an art exhibition series. So we've really expanded what we do. And part of that also is doing theater for adult audiences too. We did a program called Deep Fake, which is about this concept of what can you believe now? And it was a devised theater piece, which is where the creative team, the actors and the director and the designers, everyone comes together and is a collaborator. It's like most things, things did not go to plan, but happily so. I started as an actor. That's what I went to school for, and that's what I was down here doing. I was working at all the different companies, and I auditioned for a company called Fantasy Theater Factory as an actor, and they wouldn't have me the first time around, but persistence pays off, and I re-auditioned, and they were great. I really connected with what it is that we do. Well, the Sandrell Rivers Theater really is a gem in our community. First of all, we're really centrally located. We're right on Northwest 62nd Street and 7th Avenue, one block off of I-95. A lot of what we do is free and low cost. $5 and $10 tickets are sort of the norm for us because, again, part of our mission is making sure that, this is accessible to everybody. This is actually part of Miami-Dade County's plan to have smaller cultural venues in the community. So that's why, Miami-Dade is doing the Westchester Cultural Facility further south, and that was part of the reason that this facility was put here, so that people don't really have to leave their communities to go and experience a really, first-rate cultural facility.
She gave me her recipe.
My name is Shirley Richardson, and I am co-founder and executive director of Ensemble company. We are the oldest, not just African-American theater company, but the oldest theater company here in Miami-Dade County. Ensemble company started in 1971. That's a long story. Under the direction and founder, the late T.G. Cooper. And he decided to come to the University of Miami and pick up his master's degree. And while he was there, he had to do a project called Pearly Victorious, and he needed a black cast and a white cast. Unfortunately, there weren't many black students on campus at the University of Miami during that time. I think there were about 3 of us, so he recruited the 3 of us. T.G. left. But before he left some money, and he left a staff in place, and we maintained that relationship with him, until his passing. We're here now at the Sandrell Rivers Theater after being bounced around from one place to another. I can't even tell you how many places we've been. There've been so many, trying to keep up the legacy. Being in this space, It allows the company to show the audience the technical aspects, because in many places that we've been in, we have not been able to really see it like we really want to see it, you know. When we did Kings of Harlem, we had all these seats were out, and they were conformed into a basketball stadium. The space was set up, you know, to give you that ambiance, you know, being back in that time in this old stadium where the first black basketball team played, and the story behind all of that. But the biggest impact is that the presentations that we bring to the stage, it's the plays, it's the playwrights, you know, the plays that people never heard of, stories that they never heard of. These are the stories, these are our stories, these are our words. And so that's important. It's a lot of work, but you know, it's the passion that keeps us going. And hopefully when it's time to pass that torch, we will be able to identify those people who has that same kind of passion and willing to make the sacrifices to keep it going. You know, we're 50 years old now, so that is the legacy, and we are an institution.